So, no. Dream is dead. You are.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vega Squadron's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Dire team ban.
Hello, welcome everybody. We got another game for you today. Tornado.RoX going up against Vega Squadron. This is a Group B match of the EU Shanghai regional qualifiers, and we're getting down to the last couple of series now, so it's kind of getting important. The groups are still looking fairly open, so you know it's not like it doesn't matter. This match doesn't matter like in the Group A. I believe HR didn't play Mama's Boys because there was no point. They both agreed. Just call it a draw. But the two teams are definitely playing here, and they want a spot in the top two. They want to be in the top two of the tables. They can go through to the playoffs, which will be played tomorrow. Anyway, I'm Sam Brother. I'll be taking you through this two-game series between RoX and Vega Squadron. Hopefully, we can have some fun. So we've gone through the first bans. Vega Squadron, they get rid of that pesky little spider and other lone druid. Whereas RoX, they go for a very popular Vengeful Spirit and the popular Invoker as well. They're going to be banned out once they're making it through. But IO picked up for Vega Squadron. Does this make RoX? Are they going to have to... They're kind of forced to pick up the Tiny. Or otherwise they might be up against the IO Tiny combo. They do get the Chen though. Chen, I believe, has a rather high win rate in this match. Or at least in the qualifiers. So I think RoX are deciding whether or not to give that Tiny away. And I've seen many games where, yeah, it's been given away. This could cost them dearly.
Tiny.
Yeah, here we go. Vega Squadron, they pick up the Tiny for themselves. Not unexpected by any stretch of the imaginations, but I imagine RoX, they must have a plan for this. IO Tiny was straight away when the IO was first picked. They must have known something was going to happen.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So we might be looking at maybe a Disruptor pickup is pretty good. Witch Doctor as well. The cast can bounce between IO and his tethered ally, which Tiny.
Dire team
Been pain banned out. Still a number of options for both teams. Because I mean, there are a number of things I guess that combo well with IO Tiny. You know, if you just try maybe something like a Zeus is pretty good, or you want a hero that such as Night Stalker, I'd say, or Batrider, some sort of like solo ganking hero which could sometimes benefit from some backup, such as an IO Tiny relocate. What we've got here, an IO and a Tiny.
10 seconds.
Maybe they got a backup plan as well. I mean, if you put all your eggs into one basket, plus the IO Tiny basket, it could cost you.
Reserve time. Dire team ban.
Banned out is the Juggernaut, Vega Squadron. I don't want to have to deal with that. I haven't, I've fasted a couple of games of Squadron,
10
Vega
seconds
Squadron,
remaining.
but actually nothing from RoX, but I'm sure we recognize the
5
name.
seconds remaining.
633, Yol, Seedoy, Arzek, Boostic. These are all names
Reserve
that
time.
fairly, this team got invited. I believe they got invited, so they are well known. Looking forward to some good Dota. The last ban, RoX want to get rid of something like the Nyx Assassin, the Spirit Breaker, heroes that have been pretty popular recently. It could cause some issues. The ban out the Beastmaster though, that's another
Vega
hero who
squadrons
likes to
turn
try and
to
go for
pick.
solo pickoffs. And RoX pick up the Zeus for themselves, maybe fearing Vega Squadron picking that up themselves. But don't get me wrong, Zeus has got on his own. If you can burst down that IO very quickly, I mean, Tiny's left on his own, but Squadron, they pick up the Witch Doctor for themselves, fearing the counter that IO Tiny. Plus, a pretty good hero in his own right. Oh wow, RoX. They go in the
Vega
Spectre Zeus,
squadrons turn to pick.
the global lineup.
Timber saw.
A
Dire
Timbersaw.
team
Vega Squadron. I mean, Timbersaw is so much fun to watch, and I wish he was played more. I guess his burst damage is pretty damn good, and he works quite well with the IO as well. Actually, not that great with the IO because IO can't keep up to him in terms of the tether. I think Zeus and Tusk are okay against him as well, but you can pressure the Spectre. But Earthshaker, the final
10
ban.
seconds remaining.
RoX, Earthshaker would be good against their lineup
5
because
seconds
of
remaining.
Chen's large number of companions, shall we say, which can
Reserve
really
time.
boost up the damage. The Echo Slam. Vega Squadron, they'll be looking to maybe get rid of. Assume this is going to be a Tusk off lane, but it could also be probably be a Tusk off lane. Chen in the jungle, so some position 5 support that would work well against them, like that Disruptor. I'm saying that Spectre probably wants a stronger support than that, like a Dazzle maybe. Doesn't really synergize with their own line. I mean, you could maybe heal bomb the Chen creeps, heal them up. Trying to think of something that might, some position 5. Okay, they ban out the Bane. Another position 5 support hero that's very strong. But I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Dazzle now. Maybe a Disruptor. Personally would have liked the Witch Doctor, but that's been snatched up by the enemy team.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I feel like Dazzle is probably one of the better picks here.
Reserve time.
Would then have double heals. Maybe the Ancient Apparition. Pretty neat here. Io and Witch Doctor both giving heals to the allies. Could completely counter that out with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast.
Skywrath Mage.
Okay, it's going to be a Skywrath Mage.
Vega squadrons turn
Pretty good for
to
silencing. Good against the Timbersaw. Stop him from Timber chaining away, dealing all his magic damage. Vega Squadron now looking for their last pickup. It's going to be probably the safe lane, as Io Tiny will probably go in the mid lane. There's still a number of options for them, knowing what they'll be going up against. Yeah, like a fair bit of magic damage, but then they've got to contend with the late game Spectre. There's Gyrocopter. That's been
5
fairly
seconds
popular
remaining.
throughout the last couple of patches, as well as this patch.
Reserve time.
Gives them some, early game aggression, but also the late game security. He's pretty good on his own with just the Witch Doctor as well. Buys a BKB early on as well, or has the potential to. so can negate a lot of that magic damage. He's got AoE to clear, get rid of Chen's creeps with the flat cannon. I feel like Gyrocopter is probably the best pickup here. We'll see, we'll see. They got 10 seconds left to decide. It's been a fairly long draft. Both teams using most of their reserve time
5 seconds
while they get
remaining.
into this first game.
Dark Seer.
Okay, it's going to be a Dark Seer, so... Safe Lane Timber, maybe? I'm guessing Safe Lane Timber? I'm surprised by this. I don't know about you guys, but... Very interesting. Interesting indeed. I look forward to it. This lineup, both lineups looking pretty strong to me. A couple of new heroes that we haven't seen very much of. Scarith Mage, one that hardly seems to be played at all. Timbersaw as well, a hero that very rarely picks up. Being picked up anyway.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
I look forward to this game. This is the first game between Tornado.RoX and Vega Squadron. Once again, I'm Zambrella. I'll be taking you through this game. So Timbersaw looks to be going off towards that safe lane. Guess what? Maybe what Vega want to do is to pressure the Dire safe lane so they can maybe stop Chen farming quite so, you know, just free farming in the jungle and getting the creeps and doing what he wants. Anyway, let's run through the lineups. So on Vega's side and the Radiant side, we got no one playing the Tiny, Solo playing this Io, Pasha on the Timbersaw, nice set by the way. Steamer the Slayer playing Witch Doctor, and finally Mag on the Darkseer. Whereas on the Dire side, that is Tornado.RoX. We got Ghostic playing Tusk, 633 on the Zeus Yol playing this Jungle Chen, Sadoy on the Spectre, and finally Arzek on this Skywrath Mage. Well, both teams have played each other plenty of times. Wow. Hello everyone. Hopefully be a very entertaining game. Game's about to go on, get underway. Radiant, it's going to be pretty standard rune pickup. Io, hasn't bought anything, so he can pick up that bounty. In fact, looks like they're going to give Tiny the rune. Due to the bottle, it doesn't cost quite so much. With the tick gold, Io should still get a bottle in a very good time. Just be careful not to take too much harass though. Sitting at 0 armor, no regen, hardly any damage. Trying to get rid of the creepway, the trees. I'm sorry, got rid of this lot of trees. I'm not entirely sure how Io works out these days. So I think Tiny actually started off with the sticks as well, knowing he'll be going up against the Zeus. We're going to have standard defensive dual lanes coming out from both sides. This Timbersaw safe lane, I'll be very interested to see how it works out. Giving some early levels to Timbersaw and farm will be very dangerous, and Tusk will have to play this carefully. Melee hero, he's likely to get up close to that Whirling Death, and actually, he's seen the Slayer level 1, leveling up this Maledict. Most peculiar, but seeming to work out. Tusk already down to low half health. Meanwhile, Darkseer battling up against the harass of the Skywrath Mage. Such a pain, and actually looks like they're going to try and go aggressive on him. He's already hit level 2 though, so has the surge, but at least they force him out of the lane. And he actually started with a magic stick as opposed to the Soul Ring recipe, which is a lot more common. Yeah, he's actually going to have to go all the way back to base. He's got no mana. There's no point in him sticking around. He's not going to get very much. Oh, this is where the Chen comes in handy. Look at this Hellbear Smasher cancelling. No, we're gonna go for it. No. Yeah, he gets it. Tiny. Just harassing this Tiny out of lane, and what can Tiny do? Not too much. Just wait for it to die, I guess. Chen gets himself a new creep, this Satyr Tormentor. So I guess the off lane actually for RoX is going a little bit better. Tusk is actually at least able to sit in the lane and get experience. Whereas the Darkseer has been zoned out a little bit. Pretty much what you can do with the Skywrath Mage. He's now running up the side lane. Gotta be careful. Here comes the nuke onto Mag. Mag is gonna be forced to use that surge, but he's gonna run into a Skywrath Mage who's gonna throw out the nukes. Probably won't have enough damage to finish him off. But at least he's forced back once again. Starting to run out of mana because he's forced to use that surge. I should also mention I got a 5-minute delay on stream, so if there's any issues with the stream, please let me know. But it might take a while for me to respond to them. I think one of the reasons that they picked up Timbersaw in this game is the fact that no one on RoX likes to get BKBs, which is kind of where Timbersaw, he's like really good for about 20 minutes, the first 20 minutes of the game. But then suddenly he doesn't, like, everyone gets BKBs to carries. He can't kill off the carries because none of his damage goes through BKB. None of it whatsoever. But who's going to get a BKB this game? Spectre doesn't want a BKB. I mean, she can reflect some of the damage, but just so much of it. Once again, forced back out of this lane. At least he has got level 3 now. Whereas Tusk is at least getting some CS, I guess. Timbersaw nearly got that the arcane boots. Means he's going to be able to spam out even more of his spells, keeping that Tusk back. And maybe we could look at Witch Doctor rotating this mid lane as Zeus. Got to be very careful. If he gets caught out, he could get avalanche, then tossed right back into the tower. Gonna be some issues for him, but there's a smoke up now from the Chen. What's he got? He's got a Hellbear Basher and a Satyr Tormentor. So some magic damage, decent amount of magic damage here. Where are they looking to go? And they're going to contest this bottom rune as Io and Tiny make their way down here. But there's still the Tusk here, along with these Chen creeps and Zeus as well. Tiny, he's got to be careful here. Io's trying to keep him alive. He gets a toss, but I think this is going to be our first blood. He's going to be falling slowly. Oh, Seema does come in. The snowball chasing after Tiny. Tiny's still alive. But with the haste rune on Zeus and the lightning bolt, it's going to be our first blood, and that's Tiny going down. Very good ice shards. Very, very good coming out from Ghosting there. And RoX gets a kill on the board. Gotta watch out now. Darkseer slowed up, gonna surge himself away. Skywrath Mage, only level 2, so no silence yet, but his surge doesn't last that long, and now the chase continues. Spectre hoping to get the last hit here. One more right click on the stick charges just in time. Remember, there is this juke spot now. He's got the surge running himself away. This last the birds, they're following him. Is he gonna survive through this? He does. 29 hit points, but okay. Thunder God's Wrath comes in. Zeus was level 6. He was just holding onto that. Might not have needed to use it, but that's the second kill now for RoX. And Chen's going to send some more creeps around to harass no one in this mid lane. What's it doing in terms of CS? 32 CS, 5.5 minutes in. Pretty good, matching pretty much equal to this safe lane Timbersaw. So he's actually, yeah, he did go arcane boots, and with this ring of regen, might just be sitting with a casual ring of regen for now. Probably going to build it into a soul ring. It'll eventually go bloodstone anyway. So you've got that the double mana burst, which you really need on the Timbersaw. Finishing off that magic one though. Oh no, Tusk's got to be careful. He's got the snowball if he wants to try and survive through all of this. And Pasha knows that, so he's just going to throw in Harasser now.
Middle tower is under attack.
No more regen on Tusk, using that last tango to try and keep himself in this lane. Definitely having more luck than this Darkseer. This Chen has done a good mix, I think, of roaming about and actually getting levels for himself in the jungle. I like it.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Skywrath Mage is rotated down. He's got the silence there. Looks like this Timbersaw. Tusk doesn't quite have level 5, so he can't punch Timbersaw up in the air. But with that Thunder God's Wrath coming through, good. We're going to see a good lot of paralyzing cast goes through, but the TP out just about saving the Witch Doctor as Rotation in from Spectre allows him to get the kill on the Timbersaw, so yeah, Dire Carrier getting a kill on the Radiant Carrier. Once again, it's global-ish lineup coming to fruition. Thunder God's Wrath plus the Spectre haunting in. It's a scary combo. It just means you have to always be vigilant of what's going on. Spectre's gonna make way back up to this top tower, going Urn. We see this more often. Spectres like go maybe phase, Urn, Aquila, and then build into the Radiance, because they're like Spectre's surprisingly good at fighting early on, especially now that they have the Zeus. So I definitely think this is the right decision.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Timbersaw makes his way to this bottom lane again. A little bit sad of that first death, I'm sure, but confident he can come back. At least Darkseid got some space from this. He's now up to 30 CS, so even though he's died a couple of times, actually only died the one time, but has been zoned back to his base a few times. He is getting the CS, much more than the Tuskers anyway. Out the Darkseid, we do have a rotation in Skywrath, Zeus, and some creeps of Chens, and the Tusk as well. Looking for someone to show up.
Dire's bottom
The
tower
Radiant
is under
are
attack.
aware of this. So he's gonna just clear this creep wave nice and easy. Yoink. Entire creep wave cleared off. Little bit of mana. Be careful here though. He's looking to get aggressive on him.
Under attack.
He's probably going to go the long way around. See Radiant, they've got a new set of fresh wards up. Yeah, and yeah, some good vision. RF Mage would have been spotted as he moved down, so the TP's out straight away. They've got no stuns. And that's it actually, if you look at RoX's lineup,
Dire's middle tower is
they've
under
got
attack.
a Zeus Lightning Bolt as a mini stun, and they got Snowball. And Punch, I guess. And any creeps that Chen have. But that, any sort of hard disable is really lacking at the moment. We do have the silence though, which is pretty useful. Oh, look at this centaur. I'd love to see Chen like just go blink now, like blink, bring all those creeps on him with the Test of Faith.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Smoke up. Who are they looking to find is the question. Gonna wrap around, try and find the Tiny, or go towards the Radiant safe lane and pick up the Timbersaw. Timbersaw might feel he's safe because of this Observer Ward. Smoke gonna be wearing off in about 10-15 seconds. He's gonna get back. The smoke is revealed and he just gets himself out of there. Quick reactions there. Couldn't quite get the silence on him. Range not that far. That's a good point. Skywrath Mage, Ether Lens builder. I think it'd be pretty good. I mean, Mystic Flare's got a huge range, but Ancient Seal, Arcane Bolt, increasing the range of those. And there's the silence on the Timbersaw, plus the Snowball now. Yol moving his creeps forward. The Thunder God's Wrath. He blows up before those Chen creeps could even get there. They didn't even need the Horn, which I'm sure Spectre was holding on to just in case it was needed. We see Spectre actually go for the Treads instead of the Phase Boots. I believe you can go either way.
Radiant's bottom
Is a little bit more
tower is under
common.
attack.
The Treads make you a bit more survivable, extra attack speed if you think you're going to be doing more farming. Get clear through those creep waves a little bit quicker. Those jungle camps. Which looks like kind of starved for levels at the moment. And looks to be in a lot of trouble. Snowball, punch up into the air, ice shards. It doesn't have mana, it doesn't matter. Skywrath Mage is there. And the silence now on Timbersaw. He's going to get chain stun knocked down. In comes the Spectre. They're going to be able to kill him again. The negative urn charge on him should finish him off, but just to make sure we've got the Spectral Dagger running through. But here comes the Eye of Tiny. If they can block the Spectre, this will be big. But in comes the Zeus. No ultimate though. And they're going to back themselves off for now. Getting the IO. Very good there for RoX. Now Tiny running himself away. Dagger coming through. Actually doesn't hit on anyone. But Tiny now caught in it. He's going to try and turn, but there's the silence. The big nuke damage. He does get searched away by Mag. And still alive. Left on 120 hit points. Thereabouts. But the tower does go down. No way of defending that. So 1 for 7. RoX clearly winning this early game. And he has still found some decent farm. He's actually going to go for the Ags straight. Just stopped. Going to go for a very early Ags. He's nearly got it. So playing the farming game. No, he's up against a Spectre and maybe deciding, okay, I just want to get that really big fat guy. You know, Moonshard, AC, Butterfly with the Ags. Forget about the Blink. Forget about the early mid game and just go all for the late game maybe. I mean, you can still go Blink after the Ags, and I think he probably will. But getting it this early will really boost his farm. How's this Darkseid doing? Boots and finish the mechanism. Maybe we'll look for the Radiant to group up, try and take some towers. Lens for Zeus. The usual. Oh wait, where is it? It's on the courier. Etherlens on courier, so he's going to keep his arcane boots as well and Soul Ring. Sometimes we see Zeus's, they just get rid of they disassemble the arcane boots and go straight for the Ether Lens. A 40-minute Ether Lens, arcanes plus a Soul Ring is pretty good for this Zeus. He's up to 65 plus hits and he's been part of 5 kills. Which he's got another snowball straight onto Solo. They're going to blow him up, silence him, and now the Spectre Horn comes in. Tiny caught out in the Mystic Flare. He's going to go down. Going to be a killing spree now. This Skywrath is doing some work. 3-0-5. He's actually got more kills than this Zeus. He was part of that kill. Thundergod's Wrath, and now the pressure, the push.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Fairly simple here with a couple of Chen creeps. This Wild Ring Ripper might draw the creep away up onto this high ground. I can take in this tower a lot easier. Creeps can tank the tower as well. Good D ward actually coming out from Witch Doctor. Maybe they got spotted.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
On the top lane might be going down now for Vega. Vega might be able to get this. Qualification comes out.
Dire's structures.
The mech there if he wants to stay healthy. No one seems to want to defend this on the side of RoX. Probably more interested in trying to get some other objectives elsewhere on the map. They maybe set up for pushing this bottom lane. Spectre free farming away with 2,800 gold saved up. It probably will be the Radiance. But the Axe for Tiny is complete. These Ancients. It's so funny to see a Tiny who's only got one level 1 grow with this huge tree trunk just wailing on people.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
RoX would probably be able to take... Roche would be a little tricky for them actually. Maybe with all the Chen creeps tanking a bit. But Spectre doesn't have enough damage yet. So he needs at least a Radiance plus Diffusal Blade would be pretty good. Oops. And yeah, Pasha makes his way to this bottom lane. Wonder what he's probably going to go for the Bloodstone. I don't see why he wouldn't. In fact, he's nearly got it. Just needs to disassemble the Arcane Boots. Pretty much there. Mid lane. Oh, are they gonna get the horde? They got these creeps with the Tiny. It's Probably one of the reasons Tiny went for Ags for the extra cleave as well. Oh, that's actually a really big deal. This means Chen has to spend more time trying to find some new creeps, which he already has. Managed to bring them down, so I think the Radiant, they're just gonna rest a lot of their hopes in the Tiny. Tiny and Timbersaw, actually, the base defense is pretty good, or tower defense, is it maybe? Witch Doctor as well. So going high ground for RoX, it's going to be really tricky. Got to remember there's a Darkseer too. Watch out for all these things. As Darkseer could, they're probably going to go Arcanes next, but might even just go Blink.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
How's this IO doing? Hasn't got as much as you might like. Got the bare essentials, I guess. Bare essentials. Gareth building in for it. I wonder if he will go for the Ether Lens or move into something like an Atos might not be bad because Vega really don't want to get BKBs. I mean, Tiny probably will have to, and yeah, with this Soda Club, it probably will be a BKB. I don't blame him one little bit. Group up on the dire side. Looks like they might smoke. Is on the Scaraf Mage, making sure there aren't any wards around with this Thunderlight, with the Lightning Bolt. I'm gonna smoke up on the high ground. Trying to wrap around, but the Radiant, they've had exactly the same idea. We see this time and time again. Both teams feel the lull, feel like they need to do something. Maybe they're strong enough to go find a kill, a pick off somewhere. But these three Radiant heroes, where are the Dire? And the Dire are like, where are the Radiant? And neither team's gonna find anyone. Zeus thinking about using the ultimate because that would reveal where they are. And it looks like Tiny now farming these Ancient Stackers in a lot of trouble as Tusk coming in. Ice Shard, Snowball, Thunder God's Wrath comes through. They're going to blow him up. Extra magic damage, but the relocate coming out all the way back to base. This is an excellent move coming out. IO with the quick move. Well done, Solo, but these two Radiant heroes need to get themselves out of here. Good back wall, actually. Catching out a couple of heroes. Timbersaw moving himself back into the Dire jungle. He's got a TP, but they want to really turn around on this, especially as the IO Tiny. They've now come back into the fight. Ice Shards blocking the Tiny away. He doesn't have Blink to get up onto the high ground. The Snowball onto the creep wave. Dodges the Avalanche for now, but with the magic damage coming in from the Timbersaw, brings him back. Going to be the only kill after a double team smoke. Oh yeah, that was, I mean, such a good save from Solo. Well played. Tiny getting closer to I can intercept, getting close to the BKB, so I won't have to worry about it. Getting ganked quite so much. Doesn't have to worry about the Zeus damage. Doesn't have to worry about Skywrath. So BKB can automatically count as two heroes. RoX's side. He's going to get that BKB fairly quickly because of this Aghanim Scepter. Now only the recipe away, another 350 gold.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
Heroes grouped up for now. Witch Doctor has found his level 6. I mean, he's had it for a while, but second while, he's been the poor support of this game. Bottom of the net worth, only sitting at 1200 net worth. That's painful. Good D-ward though. Quite hard learning these new D-ward places. He's got the treads, backing himself up, knowing that there's the IO Tiny combo to deal with. Or just Zeus, he's got himself a Blink Dagger, so extra maneuverability, very important for Zeus. He can blink on someone, and he could definitely, if he finds the Witch Doctor IO on their own, he can blink forward, use his combo, and they'll be dead very, very quickly. BKB for Tiny, getting fatter and fatter by the minute, top of the net worth by 2k. How's Spectre doing? Radiance just completed. That was a good time to click on him. even though Vega are behind. Actually, no, I say Vega behind. And then net worth is all not that bad. They've been climbing up the last 5 minutes or so, and now the net worth is even.
Is under attack.
Not doing too badly. Same with the experience. Pioneer's been doing some work. Even though RoX ahead in kills, their team is pretty much even, I'd say. Roshan, now a possibility for the Dire side. They have that advantage. No Radiant Observer wards either.
Is under attack.
Got these creep to tank some of the damage coming in from Roshan. The Alpha Wolf boosting the damage as well. Spectre hits fairly hard now. This is going to be a fairly slow Roshan, and looks like Timbersaw might be privy to this. And yeah, he throws out that Chakram. Sure, yeah, the Radiant. They know this is going on. Frozen Sigil coming out from the Tusk will spot out some of the movement. Pink Bolt gonna reveal. Gets the D ward. Just in time. So, no Roshan taken, down to about half hit points, but the Radiant get the mid tower. Tiny getting that with the help of that tree trunk in his hand. Level 13. And the Dire, they feel like they really want to take this, but they're expending so much time doing this. Once again, this is letting Radiant possibly get ahead of the game. In terms of farm and CSA, it's a blink for the Darks here. So the team fight potential of Vega has suddenly, like over the last 5 minutes, increased. Tiny's got an axe. Timbersaw obviously is always really good with the Chakram. The Witch Doctor, he's hit level 6. A good vacuum into a bunch of Timbersaw nuke damage, plus the Tiny wailing on them. Okay, the Dire finally take the Aegis, taking down Roshan. Just trying to scout things out. RoX here using that mech, so that's already been used, and he's gonna get found out here. The snowball is gonna be there. It's gonna blow him up. Yeah, he overstayed his welcome in the area. Just a little bit. Tiny, he picks up the Hyperstone. I would not be surprised if he just goes for Moonshard. Like, super amount of attack speed, and you've got to remember the nighttime vision is pretty big as well. Spectre gonna go for now. I would imagine a Diffusal Blade, but maybe not. He's just been given so much space at the moment. Finally, we do see the Dire. They're going to group up. They have the Aegis. Spectre can farm the jungle with that Radiance, then haunt in if a team fight does happen. Timbersaw far away. He's going to get himself out of there. No issues. Skywrath Mage doing a bit of zoning. Comes Chen with all his creeps. This tower should certainly fall. There is a fortification, which I'm sure the Radiant will use. The Snowball, though, they can catch out Pasha here. They do get the silence, but he does get the Timber Chain off in time. This means RoX is really far forward, but he's locked in place. The Mystic Flare helping get the kill, but they don't get the kill. It's a suicide from Timbersaw. He'll be back up in 23 seconds. So a trade of lanes here. Tiny has them pushing power of like 4 heroes. Especially when Io's there, giving him some overcharge. Look at this damage coming in. So they're actually going to have to go back really quick, and they send everyone. The Snowball coming down. Tiny uses that BKB. He might just want to TP himself out of here, and that's exactly what he's going to do. But that's a 10-second BKB wasted. Well, I say it's hardly wasted because he actually survives, but 10-second BKB used just to escape, and not to team fight, and Feralo's dead. Net worth back in the middle. That was XP. Net worth also back in the middle. So a pretty close game, guys. This is close. Spectre now up to 3k gold, building towards her second Radiance. I joke. Man, imagine if you get 2 Radiants. They should allow Radiants to stack, because it just wouldn't be viable, but it'd be kind of funny to see. Yeah, well.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, I imagine it probably will be a Diffusal Blade. Probably.
Dire's middle tower.
Could also go for like a Yasha into a Manta. That would be okay as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So it's maybe another trade-off of towers, no. RoX coming out, Tornado.RoX coming out on top of that game. Like, well, that trade-off, I guess. They got the tower. Vega did not. Spectre is farming, but I don't think Spectre can outcarry, or even outfarm a Tiny who has an Aghanim Scepter. Okay, it's going to be an AC, finished up on Tiny now. I almost think just going for pure attack speed would have been better. He still doesn't have a blink either. I don't imagine he's going to go for that. Zeus looking to get the IO. And there's the Horde coming in. They're going to try and chase after this IO. They got Thunder God's Wrath, and there's the kill. Spectre now looking to chase after Witch Doctor. He's pretty speedy, but he is as fast as the Witch Doctor. Move speed about the same here. No phase boots. It is treads for the Spectre. Gets a negative burn. Goes for Lightning Bolt. Just misses. Now with Pasha going the Ether Lens. Oh yeah, it was the Zeus. Zeus with the Ether Lens, and he also got Bloodstone now. 9 Bloodstone charges. Push now, RoX. They feel they can go. They got the items on Spectre. He's just gone straight in for a Reaver. Tanking the hell up for now. He just wants to be able to get that Radiance burn off. And the tower goes falling. It was good. They pushed in the bot lane. Well, the top lane is now pushing in, but it meant Tiny. He wasn't feeling comfortable enough to split push. He didn't have the IO. IO was dead. We got a tower. They're going to back off now, RoX, but I feel like they need to keep the pressure up where they can. Ages just expiring. Get that heart finished up on spec. Is just a recipe away, so another couple of 100 gold. That'll be done. But Radiant, 3 of these heroes smoked up. The IO Tiny can also relocate in. They're looking for the pickoff. They can get Spectre. This will be huge. They put down a ward. They realize the smoke has changed. They know Spectre must be close by. They blink forward. They find her. They got to vacuum her back. There's the death ward as well. They're going to try and do everything they can, and it should be enough. They commit everything. They relocate, plus the death ward. But it is so worth it. And if they can find the Sarath Mage slowed down a little bit now by that Chakram. He got the Glimmer Cape. They know approximately where he is. He's trying to juke it around in the side. But yeah, he's going to go down here. The burn. Mag, got to be careful here. Oh, just about alive. The Thunder God's Wrath. The extra bonus magic damage. Nearly killing off the Darkseer there. The extra bit of regen from the Guardian Greaves when he got low probably was the thing that kept him alive there.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That's going to be a tower. RoX, good, very sad for them, but Vega, a very good smoke gank. They got the highest priority target that they could. Got that heart coming out, or the Spectre. They did get the top tower as well as an objective.
Oh, look at it go!
Come on now, Chen. Got the Aghanim Scepter. Not only does this give them the ability to now get ancient creeps, which have been buffed and buffed and buffed, and are now actually pretty good. But it does mean it's what, 30-second cooldown on it's a 300 heal at the moment. Max level is 400. That's really good. You can almost use it twice in a team fight. Tiny, it's gone for the Crystallis. He'll be building into Daedalus now. Feels he's got enough attack speed. But it's worth getting this crit. A little bit of extra movement speed from this Cobalt. 12% is nothing to laugh at. Vector finally finishing up that heart. No buyback though. Nation comes out. Yeah, Spectre doesn't have to be part of the fight. It's fine. Now they move through, pinging out. If they can find, they're going to try and find another high priority target. It looks like it's going to be the Timber Saw, or if they can get the Tiny, it's going to be huge. But he gets, look at the amount of cleave damage there's going to be in there, nearly picking off the support there. The Snowball trying to keep Tusk alive for as long as possible now, but the Radiant there, the Spectre haunting in, trying to find kills where he can. But the BKB coming out from the Timber Saw, keeping him alive for now. This is just a cluster of heroes and team fight. But at the end of it, it is Vega falling short here. Timber Saw trying to get himself away. He looks like he will, although being chased now by Spectre. They did even get the wall and the vacuum down, and the BKBs didn't even save Vega. Must have been Zeus getting a big Thunder God's Wrath. He was probably in the middle of it all as well. So you can remember that static field does a lot of damage. No, I'm actually very surprised that RoX managed to win that fight. But they did. I guess the Granite Golem or Aura gave them a lot of HP as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem they transitioned to get any objectives. Roshan's now up, which y'all will spot out. I guess they couldn't kill the Spectre off as well. That was a pretty crazy fight. Serious drop frames there as well. Spectre probably take this on their own. They're not going to go for it. I'm kind of surprised. I feel like they could. You have to watch out for the IO Tiny relocate. There's no Haunt for 30 seconds, but Thunder God's Wrath is there. What's he just going to go now? I guess Aghanim Scepter would be the item of choice. 4100 gold. Pretty much got that complete. As the Radiant have smoked up, suspecting dire of Roshan trickery. They realize it's not there. Do they try and take it though? They don't actually know. What vision do they have? They have no idea where RoX are. This could be a very dangerous move. There's a Centaur camp. Centaur in there. Oh, the Dire. They don't have any vision because they were smoked up. Oh, we're going to have a wrap around here. Tiny's going to run into people. There comes straight away the Zeus ultimate. You might want to use that BKB. Good Eye Shards trapping him away from his team. BKB might not be enough to help you as solo. He's going to go down. He can't help his team. The vacuum will catch out too. So that's Skywrath going down. As well as the Zeus, but Zeus got his items off. The Witch Doctor ultimate, short-lived. As now Spectre very healthy with that heart, looking to chase after who he can. Tiny uses the combination. It's going to manage to pick off the Tusk there, but it's a 2v2 at the moment, and Spectre is probably going to be the one winning this. Pasha, he's pretty tanky for now. It's just the Chen with his creeps, and it's going to be a very long timber chain there. I guess it was medium length. He's looking to maybe turn things around. The Spectre does get the dagger on him, and that's a short timber chain. Getting close up, and now with RoX still alive, with a 63 alive. Remember, he had the... What? What? Gets out? Oh, wow. I was like convinced Timbersaw was dead. That's huge. You know, with the Bloodstone charges, it meant that Zeus was up like near instantly, and now they can move into Roche. Got their Spectre. The fact that Tiny died, you know, even though he's so fat, it was a really good ice shards. It kept Tiny away from, well, the team away from Tiny. His team, so there was no backup, and they blew up the target they had to it, which was solo. IO straight away, and this is going to be the second Aegis going the way of Spectre, who is an absolute monster already. Going to go for the Yasha already, picking that up. Probably build into a Manta, and his illusions will be pretty strong because he's got the heart.
Which doctor am I?
He's had the gem for a while, getting some decent D wards from this as well. Neither team is really broke base, so they win these team fights, but they don't get any building based objectives. Yes, RoX got the Aegis, and they can push out the lanes, and hopefully then they can take some buildings, even go high ground possibly. My God, I'm like 15% HP bonus is, even though the tooltip it says 15. Oh, it says bonus HP percentage 50. I've got to say they didn't give a unit. Still got 11 bloodstone charges because he didn't die. That's pretty nice. So his respawn timer will be decreased. Zeus went for the BOTs. And might be going for a Hex now with this Void Stone. I doubt it'll be a Yule's. Seems more likely. How long's left on this BKB for the Tiny? Down to 7 seconds. So still a reasonable time. Better though. This is the power of Spectre though. He doesn't have to be anywhere near his team. And they can start fighting. Manta finished now. His split push is going to be even scarier. Look at these push coming out from these Ancients. Vector. Okay, it's going to be mid lane is going to be the choice. It looks like for the Dire to siege. You should be able to do it okay actually with Vector on the front. Oh, this is an Aghanims coming out from the Timbersaw. A pretty nice item to have, especially if you're looking to clear creep waves or illusions in this case. So he's going to try and dodge this as best as he can. These Ancients doing some work. This. I can just like buy a blade mail or something. But in the top lane, the IO Tiny. They're looking to try and do a trade. So the Dire needs to take this as quickly as possible or decide to just get the hell out of there. Which might be the choice as pings come out to defend the tower. And this is something really nice with the Timbersaw. Can defend. Zeus, he's looking to push back the Tiny. The Tiny doesn't matter. He's got the overcharge. He's got heals coming out from IO who's sitting very far behind him. So I'm just going to be zipping between the two sides of the base. Good man to dodge, but it kind of just makes more illusions. More things for the cast to bounce to. The spawning the illusions means that you can hit onto this melee barracks down to half health. Whereas this T3, 15 HP in the Radiant, they just decide to send the Tiny and IO back after getting a little bit low. The melee barracks still not dead yet as the fortification comes out. But look, Spectre is still on full HP. There comes the wall down, and no vacuum needed just yet. But these illusions from Spectre are pretty powerful. But they decide to back out as Tiny makes his way in here. Really want to get this melee barracks. It's on 200 hit points and rising though. And all heal, keeping his creeps healthy along with his allies. I think this is going to go down. The Glimmer Cape being used. In fact, they're going to just go on the Tiny. Punched up into the air, the right clicks. Going to be enough yet. And still the melee barrack standing. It's going to send the creeps in. This is going to go down. Sudoi gets it. There's the melee barracks. They might even try for the ranged. They still feel pretty confident. Spectre still with the Aegis, still with plenty of HP. Might want to move out of the shack room. The range barracks very low. It doesn't heal up though. They can just get out. A very good seed from RoX. They want to go again. They're going to move down to this bottom lane now. Moving to this bottom lane. Still got the Aegis for another 40 seconds. Sudoi, I'm sure, has a timer on this. Is just going to sit on the high ground, trying to do what damage he can. Fighting against the backdoor regen. Timbershaw throws out his double chakram. Mask bouncing around. They look to go on the Spectre. Spectre has to be careful. Okay, it's only a level 1 Maledict, not the biggest deal in the world. And this tower slowly going down. This slow siege from RoX really starting to work out. And these Ancients doing some work, the fireball, and no one needs to get himself out of here. And the great thing is RoX have really not committed very much at all. How long till that Aegis comes back? Yeah, it's going to come back now. He's getting the heal from it, and that's why the Radiant are going forward and the Dire are pushing back. Spectre is looking like he's very low, and he's trying to haunt everywhere. He's dead. He could fight back, but without the haunt, there's not much point. It's only the Witch Doctor going down. The wall gets put down. The toss forward Mac looking to try and catch everyone out. It looks like it might be the Chen. Chen is just going to send Spyro Mage back. And that's a TP out from the Tusk as well. So Spectre and the Chen are going to be the casualties of that push. Plus some Ancients. And they didn't get the melee barracks. They got the T3. It looked like Spectre actually managed to get locked down there. She might want to think about a BKB actually. Was the Tiny managing to lock her down? There must have been a crit in there as well. Yeah, wow. Vega now. With the IO Tiny, they can start sieging the towers. Trying to go against the backdoor regen. It's not working so well, but there'll be creeps there soon enough. Spectre won't have to buy back. She'll be up in 10 seconds. That means she's got buyback for the next fight. But no Horn. Horn is a pretty big spell to have during the team fight. So we Thunder God's Wrath up in 7. No Roshan as an objective to take. So, Tiny, Daedalus complete, still a fair bit, 2.5k left. I think Moonshard is the item now. He needs some more attack speed to get that damage out. And then he can definitely fight against the Spectre. Spectre, I think, probably wants a BKB. Zeus is pretty much finished that Hex. He does want buyback. No, not enough money for the Hex if he wants to keep that buyback. Who does have buyback? So a couple of heroes from each side. No huge amounts of buybacks. It looks like it has been Spectre and Zeus carrying this game mostly. Only dying once on the Zeus, twice on the Spectre. Radiant, they're still playing fairly aggressive here. They've smoked up. They're looking to get the wraparound. If they can blow up IO very quickly, this will be great. They're going to find him. They're going to blow him up as quickly as they can. And the Spectre comes in now. Without the IO, the Tiny, he's going to get kited around a little bit, looks like. BKB comes out from Pasha, and the Tiny still have theirs. In fact, Tiny's is now worn off. The wall put down, but no vacuum. Their cleave is huge. Doi can't quite fight this 1v1. And Witch Doctor, with that ultimate, Tusk might burn down to this Maledict. We'll have to see, but moving over to the right-hand side. No one else is dead apart from the Darkseer. Seema the Slayer, he gets out as well with the TP. So IO Darkseer are the casualties this fight. Yeah, RoX definitely doing the right thing here. Deciding to go onto the IO first. Okay, they're just going to set illusions. Get this range barracks and then move themselves to this bottom lane with the creep waves up on the high ground. Darkseer might be forced to buy back and oh! Skywrath gets blown sky high. Excuse the pun. Yeah, they didn't have vision on the high ground and maybe weren't expecting Tiny to quite be right next to them. Yeah. That's one toss you don't want to get close to. Still waiting to see what Zeus goes for. It's got to be a Hex. I mean, what else do you go? Tiny's BKB down to 5 seconds now. And Timbersaws must be close. Down to 6. So either you get the Blink initiation with the Hex and blow up the Tiny, or you wait until the BKBs wear out. Game's still going on. 45 minutes in. Roshan up in 1 minute. Worth favoring RoX at the moment. Man, this has been a real roller coaster of a game. So close, going back and forth each time. So with that logic, Vega should win the next fight. However, I find it struggle to believe that they will. I mean, the odds are against them, I think. It's just a Tiny, who is, don't get me wrong, really fat. Timbersaw is too easily, his spells are too easily dodged, I feel. Everyone's sticking close to Roche, knowing that it must be up fairly soon.
Invisibility.
More seconds. There's a creep. Chen can send a creep to spot it out. He's got himself an invis rune. Get themselves in, and Roshan has respawned. How bothered they are. So Butterfly for Spectre, I think this is probably, apart from the BKB, probably the best item to get. The evasion against Tiny will be huge, and it will force him to go into an MKB. Unless he gets a Butterfly as well, which is a possibility. Doesn't have an item slot, really, unless he wants to get rid of the TP, or he could go BOTs. Okay, Hex finally completed. Zeus, he was just waiting for money for buyback, and this Roshan should go down very quickly. Radiant, not anywhere close to Roche Pit, so I guess they're going to try and trade towers, or trade Roshan for maybe a set of racks. But with the fortification, I think some of the Radiant, yeah, Zeus has been sent back to try and defend against the tower. This Roshan is not going down very quickly, though, and we do know what Tiny can do to your base. And so hence why a lot of people are going to TP back. In fact, I think RoX should just send everyone back apart from the Spectre. In fact, the base is dead. That's it. IO Tiny sent back. IO in some trouble though. Timbersaw spotted out. And he's going to get chased after here. He can get TP out. There's no way Spectre's going to cancel that. IO. Oh, he's got the Glimmer Cape and he runs to the right. He's just going to TP out. There's the Hexter. Very nearly getting out there. Does go down, but they get the melee barracks. Fair trade. And Spectre got his butterfly on the courier. Yep, butterfly complete. And MKB nowhere in sight. I say that, I am very wrong. He will go MKB now. Unlikely he's going for another crit. Could be a rapier. It could, ladies and gentlemen. It could be a rapier. Please be. Rapier would be a interesting item choice. Spectre now. Yeah, it is an MKB. Spectre now with the Aegis. Gonna just walk up onto this high ground with the creep wave. Throws out the dagger, giving him some vision. Witch Doctor trying out the cask here. And Sidoi going in. Gotta be careful. Glimmer kicked up for now. There is no sentry down for the Radiant, so they can't see Spectre being saved for now. But, oh, they've even... Wait, who's got the Solar Crest? Plus the extra evasion on the Spectre is pretty good. And Spectre's just gonna wait for the heart. Heal him up. 158 HP regen. So he's just got to sit back for a second. Wait for the creeps to come up on the high ground. Zeus defending top lane, actually. He's got the BOTs if he wants to come in the fight, and they're forced back for now, but Spectre is in real deep. Has buyback if he really wants to, and in comes the Zeus, the Thunder God's Wrath, and 2 dead already on the Radiant. That is the support, but the Tusk as well. We do see the Aegis go down. Buyback from the Tusk, but Tiny, he's dead. He's got no Aegis, and GG, he's got no buyback, and GG's just going to come out from Vega straight away. They know they can't win this game without the Tiny. He actually consumed a Moon Shard as well as buying the MKB. What a mistake! This game's just over without... Well, very unexpectedly, I think I must say. As RoX win this game, I don't think they were the favourites either, but proving they can deal with the IO Tiny with a very, very farm Spectre. And Zeus doing some real good work as well, 8-1 and 15. And I've got to applaud that Skywrath Mage. Everyone played so well, but Skywrath Mage... I think the Skywrath Mage pickup